had a 1-3 start. Things weren't looking so good. Belichick was a 40-1 odds to win Coach of the Year. 2 months later, he is the favorite, according to DraftKings.
What the hell is John Harbaugh?
We'll talk about that.
Disrespectful.
We will get into that in just a little bit, but keep me on the Patriots for a little bit because
wear your Ravens uniform.
He's
on
so
Thursday.
excited. He's jumping ahead.
Why don't you just go to Baltimore? We'll just put you on remote there, and you could just be the team reporter.
We'll get there. I promise you, we'll get there. I promise you. But Lewis, I want to talk about this game because, man, you just can't stop talking about it. The win and the way the Patriots took it to Buffalo. You were on the call for Monday Night Football. You watched them run the ball down Buffalo's throat, and I got to get your biggest takeaway from seeing that action right up front.
Yeah, look, there's nothing worse than knowing by personnel grouping, by formation, by alignment, what's coming, and then you can't stop it, or you don't make enough adjustments in order to stop it. Or maybe it's just a combination of both. And that is something that I know that Bill really likes. Look, Bill has built his program, even going all the way back to Cleveland, on toughness, both mental and physical. About the fact that, look, you heard him talk about in the locker room after the game, he said to his football team, that's why we practice in this. That's why I never let you guys go inside to the bubble. That's why we're always outside dealing with the elements. I try to make it as hard as possible because for moments like this, when you saw the conditions were what they were going to be, you knew it was going to turn into, and as I've said already, a phone booth type of game. You knew that that's what it was going to be, and they were uniquely equipped to deal with it. And we even talked to Sean McDermott before the game about that fact. Are you ready for the football team that just says, look, we're not going to try and trick you. We're just going to punch you in the face over and over and see how you respond and see if you can wind up counter-punching us. And he said that they were ready for it, but clearly they were not. And I'm telling you, this theme about being able to control the line of scrimmage and seeing how strong everyone's will is at this time of year, especially when it comes to the running game, is going to be repeated over and over. It's going to be repeated tonight. It's going to be repeated on Monday night when the Cards play the Rams, because the Cardinals did that to the Rams the last time they played them. Mm-hmm. That's what's going to determine who ultimately winds up getting out there to L.A. in the Super Bowl. Yeah. Just how tough are you?
Look at Woody. Yeah. This is. Look, finally.
It ain't just you, D Wood. This is when these linebackers get signed out too, baby.
D Wood is smash mouth football. It's trenches football that Louis Riddick is talking about. Go ahead, shed some light on that, because you actually had, and you brought this up earlier. There's a play from back in the day that informs you of how football is being played right now. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, listen, back in 2009 when I was with the Jets, we played the San Diego Chargers.
Oh, yeah.
Bart knows about this. I mean, they were 14-2. We literally on this play,
game.
This was the fourth down. On this play, I literally pointed right to the spot. We are running right here to Sean Merriman and company. Ooh. And they were like, nah. I'm like, yeah, we're running right here. Rex called a timeout, asked, what do you want to do? We said, we're going to run the effing ball right here. And we ran right there for 3 yards when they knew it was coming. That's what this time of year is all about, okay? Everyone wants to talk about the toys and the wide receivers and all that stuff. But football isn't a complicated game. At the end of the day, it's big boy on big boy. Who can win up front? Who's going to move people out the club? And that's what you're seeing with teams like New England, all these teams, Tennessee teams that run the ball. Those teams have risen to the top because football is not a complicated game. It still comes down to the trenches, who can win up front. And that's what we saw with Buffalo against New England. And the thing about Buffalo is they're going to keep seeing it.
Yeah.
Because
everybody knows.
They're going to keep seeing it week after week until they prove that they can shut it down. They can stop it.
Oh, they're going to be tested every time out.
They need to bring me in. You remember Will Ferrell came in, get hard, when he got Kevin Hart. They need somebody to get him hard because they just soft as Charmin, right? Listen, common sense ain't common, man. And you think that people, just because they play football, they're professionals, that they have some type of football acumen. I'm seeing some of the dumbest. Listen, players are faster, stronger. They are dumber. They are dumber than anybody. Listen, N'Keal Harry can't catch a ball, can't catch a cold butt naked on Mount Everest with eating a peppermint patty. Why the hell you think he in the game? This dude is in a cut split He's looking dead at you, and then you fall for the same damn play for the 2-point conversion. This dude is in the 3-point stance. He has zero awareness that this dude is in a cut split.
This play right here.
He's not even facing forward. He's cocked to the inside, and this dude just, I'm going to beat it. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we talking about, D. Wood? What do you think N'Keal Harry's in the game? If they were trying to actually throw the ball, Bourne would have been in the game. So N'Keal Harry is there. What do, D. Wood? You move outside. When receivers come in and they set, they can't move. You're a defender. You can move. You can stand up. I would have moved outside, and I would have closed his gap with his body, and I would have shook his head off like a Pez dispenser. That is the most disrespectful thing in the world for a damn receiver to think that he can block me. You get paid to go against the tackle, and you get mollywop mad dog by a damn receiver. Man, I would have broke that visor. I'd have banged his head into the ground so damn long that he'd have went out there, coach, say, you go do it. I ain't touching him. That man is crazy as hell. And they got the same thing ran on them. They were nervous. Tell me you scared without telling me you scared. Linebackers at 2 yards, scared because they don't want no contact. Because you know what happens when it gets cold, Lewis? Them pads stiffen up. Ooh, it becomes a test of wheels. That tied out. Oh, bro, that's how I made my way. In between them trenches, boy.
Dianna.
I'm banging your head against that frozen ground.
Look how fired up he is.
Why are you even going to
I have
just,
to.
Just
I
let
have
him
to.
go.
He will take away the show.
Why
Real
the
quick,
hell let him
how do you
go?
think the league is looking at the Patriots right now, Dianna, given what they saw last
Why don't
week?
I even make calls around the league on this show?
No, please, bring it in.
Bart, go. No, I think, look, Lewis touched on it. Bill Belichick's getting a lot of credit for taking what was given to him and being smart. But a lot of teams around the league feel like if you're a decently smart football team, you're playing the Bills the way the Patriots did. It didn't take a lot of genius thinking there. But the biggest issue here is just this Bills defense. How are they going to respond to this? Because right now, they certainly do not look like the Super Bowl contenders we were talking about at the start of the season.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.